What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, we have a potential PlayStation Plus leak for September. I've actually done this here and there in the past. I always try to keep my eyes open for it, but rarely do I cover it. And it's normally because these things are very iffy. These things are like 50-50. There has been people that have called it very accurately and before others. I don't know if I've ever seen it from this website. With that being said, though, I don't see all of them, so you guys can let me know. This comes from Dia Labs, and I believe it's a French publication. I had to translate it from French to English, but basically the gist is the PS Plus, list for September is Overcooked All You Can Eat, Hitman 2, and Predator Hunting Grounds, available on PS5 / PS4. And so the Overcooked All You Can Eat stuff, remember, that's 1, 2, and all the DLC, and I believe that is the PS5 game. And then the PS4 games would be Hitman 2 and Predator Hunting Grounds. So again, honestly, this is more of a discussion of, like, would that be cool versus, like, will it happen, because it's very 50-50. I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if literally the entire list is wrong and it's just a completely, separate 3 games. I like this list quite a bit, as is the case with most PlayStation Plus games. Not all of them. Sometimes it does open me up to games I haven't played yet, but most times I already own or I've already played all the games on the list. I have Overcooked 1 and 2 separately, so I guess putting them together, the DLCs, I don't have all the DLCs. I do think I have like 1 or 2 DLCs, but that would be very, very cool for a lot of people that don't have it. That's a tremendous, Overcooked is a really good game. There's no hiding it. Hitman 2, that's a pretty solid game. Now, I felt like Hitman's already been one, but maybe it was the first one, or there's been so many Hitman games before, and I'm pretty sure there's been games that were the PS Plus games like years and years ago, like the last era of Hitman before this newest trilogy. So maybe you guys can let me know, if it sounds familiar. I'm sure maybe like Hitman Absolution rings a bell, but Hitman 2, I don't know if that's ever been it yet. And then Predator Hunting Grounds, I was actually a big fan and a big advocate for this game for like a year leading up to its release. That was one of my main pillars on Podcast Now, and I covered that game so much, played it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It did get old. It did kind of lose my interest after like 1 or so months, but it was a game that I played pretty religiously, like every single day for the first month or two that it came out. So I would say if this is the list, it's actually really good. It's got, and it's actually part of the reason why I hope it's the list, but at the same time, I don't know, and like I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, because it's kind of got stuff for everybody. Overcooked, the entire package. That's a game I think a lot of different people can play and enjoy, but that definitely is a cooperative game. If you're playing that by yourself, or even, I would even argue, with one other person, it's still a pretty difficult game. You really need 3 to 4 people to make that game, I guess, to like achieve everything you can achieve in that game. Hitman 2, very different from Overcooked for obvious reasons, and then Predator, very different, from the other two. So I would absolutely love it. Remember, the way that it normally works is, well, it's normally the first Tuesday of every month. The issue is this upcoming Tuesday is actually the last day of August, so we're not going to get the PS Plus games till September 7th. So this is one of those examples where it's a shorter, length of time that we get the games. Normally, we get the games as announcement about a week or so before, it happens. So I would imagine like this Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in that range, the last day of August, first day of September, we will get it. So until then, we get to wonder, if this is actually going to happen. If it is, again, fantastic. This would be a strong month, not because there's a game that's like the best ever. Sometimes they have had, months where there's like a lead game and the lead game is like phenomenal. I think honestly, this is kind of like a committee thing, right? Where it's actually all 3 of these games are really solid. You may not like all 3 of them, but you're probably going to like at least one of them, right? So I like it quite a bit if this is actually the list. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. We're really, really close to 4,000, so I'd really appreciate it if you haven't subscribed yet, right? To subscribe, maybe share the video, share the channel around. We're about like 120, 130 people away from 4,000. I'd really like to get there, so if you guys could help me out. I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.